Hey everybody, as you can hear the sound of my voice, please give me a two. I want to give people a chance to come in because I probably will get a little emotional this morning, but I do want everybody to understand if you're listening to the sound of my voice right now. I am not coming from a sad, defeated, or hurt place. What I am sharing with you guys today happened about 48 hours ago, and I've already worked through it, but it's on my heart because I know that I'm supposed to share this with somebody because I know it's for somebody, and I was fighting sharing it yesterday. But then this morning when I got up and got moving around and stuff, I'm in such a great mood. But there were two comments that I got that I'm gonna share with you guys today that like low key had me balling. And I want to start by saying I adore you and I thank you and I appreciate you, especially my elders that stand in their place. And when I say elder, I mean I'm 33. Anybody older than that, thank you. Okay. Um. So let's get into it. Again, give me a two if you can hear me. Um. This has something to do with hair, right? But I won't say nothing about hair to the very end. This is about like family stuff, right? But everything is interconnected. Everything is connected. Give me like somebody who type in the chat for me. Everything is connected. So you can understand where I'm coming from because I need you to truly understand from the bottom of my heart. I'm not upset. I'm not hurt. I'm not sad. If you hear me cry, I'm an answer and I feel everything I'm saying. So like my any tears that you may hear is all gratitude. It's all like happiness, is joy, right? But the things that I'm about to share with you are going to sound sad. It's going to sound low vibrational, but I just really want you to understand alchemy and how I alchemize things and how you can too. Okay. So for those of you who don't know me, and thank you. And thank you, everybody, for letting me know that you can hear me. Thank you for being here with me. And thank you for letting me have this transparent moment with you. Okay. So, I am 33. I will be 34 July 20th. And I am the youngest of four, right? My mother had a son when she was young, and my father had children when he was in his first marriage. My parents are about 13 years apart in age, right? So it's like that type of age gap relationship. And my father was older. He's passed away, but if he was alive right now, he would be like 72, 73 years old. And my mother's just turning 60. My mother's 59. So yeah, you do the math. And you understand if you collect that on your own. Okay. Whew. So I grew up as not I don't want to use the term doll baby like my parents did something wrong, but my father's first marriage didn't work out, so he moved on, got with my mother. My mother had got her pregnant at a young age, and of course they broke up. That didn't work, so I'm the kid that worked together. But my parents still had baggage from their previous relationships, right? And guess who all of that shit landed on? Me, right? So my siblings now, the closest sibling that I have to my age is 10 years older than me. The other two are about 17, 18 years older than me. Okay, so we were never raised in the same house, never been around each other. And everything that I'm saying, I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. I just need you to mentally understand what this is. Okay, we're never raised in a house. I can count on one hand how many phone conversations I've had with both of them, with all three of them. I can count on one hand how many, I mean, without using both of my hands, right? How many phone conversations I've had with all three of them my entire life. Okay. I've told the story about my sisters before. I'll leave that in the description box below. That's not what we're talking about today. So, me and my brother grew up in the house together. But like I said, we're 10 years apart. So he moved away when I was 10 years old. And I idolized him, right? Because I was 10 years younger. Like that was my world, right? And my dad worked in child protective services and stuff, so he was super overprotective. So I literally didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. I was always with my parents by choice. They weren't forcing me to, but I was always with my parents. I was the little girl that if we was with the cousins and stuff and something popped off that I didn't like, I was like, I'm calling my daddy. And of course, people didn't like that, but I was a child. And my father told me when I was a little girl, he was like, you don't ever have to be anywhere that you're uncomfortable. At any time that you're uncomfortable, you pick up that phone and you call me, you come get me, and I will come. So that was my life. That's what I did. Was I a snotty little girl? Was I stank? Was I nasty? No, me and my cousins had a great relationship. But here we go. So when I was 10 years old, my brother was 20 years old. Let's get into it. I need y'all to stay with me. When I was 20 years old, when I was 20 years old, when I was 10 years old, my brother was 20. So he left, went away to school, right? And about a year later, he comes back with a baby. We hadn't seen him. He came back one time in between that, but I just vividly remember he was back for Christmas and he was mad because I got a bunch of dolls and he just got a CD player. But I just remember my dad being like, "Boy, you in college and we paying your stuff." Da 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 da. So those are the memories that I start having of him after 10, right? And so then what I'm remember the 4 times I've told y'all that I'm seeing him. That's one of the 4, my nigga. So then that was probably around 12 years old, and then I remember seeing him again when he had his daughter, and him and his ex, they just randomly popped up with the baby in the car. I was like, oh my god! But at that point, I'm 11, right? Because me and my niece are about 11 years apart. So I saw her, but I'm an 11-year-old. My son's 11. So at 11, I don't understand anything. I'm just looking like, okay, like what, who's this little girl? And why is my brother not paying attention to me? That's what I'm thinking at 11. you know? So he leaves. I don't see him again for years. I don't see this man again for like I don't even know how long it is since. No, that's not true. Me and my mother went to go see him after that because he was in his feelings. So me and my mom went to go see him, and I used to idolize him. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to see my brother. Oh my god. And all of my friends had brothers and sisters and stuff, but I was the only one who didn't have siblings in my friend group. The only one who didn't have siblings. I never had anybody in my house. My cousins were my world. I'm getting emotional. I don't know why. Um, so, so, oh, so I remember I was an auntie before. Yeah, yep. So, so excuse me. So I remember all of these years go by, and last time I seen him, I'm fucking 12, 11, 11, yeah, 11. So then I get married. So from 11 to 20, I get married at 20. He's not calling me all the time. He texted me, said, I'm gonna be there, I promise. I talked to him on the phone. This is one of those 4 times. Okay. I'm gonna be there, I promise, da 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 da. Day before the wedding comes, everybody's there. He's nowhere to be found. He's not answering the phone, he's not calling, nothing. Brothers not at my wedding. It is what it is. One of my cousins ended up being able to stand. We was good. It is what it is. Okay. So fast forward a year later, 365 days later, he gets married. Do you think I gave him the same energy he gave me? Absolutely not. I was like, Mommy, I want to go. Mommy, I want to go, Mommy. Mind you, I'm a grown-ass woman, not to mention, when my brother got married, I had just had a baby. Well, yeah, I'm about to cry. By the time my brother got married, I had just had a baby, right? And remember, I told y'all my son was in NICU. I had my son, I was due April 26th. I had my son, excuse me. I had my son January 15th, but I was due April 26th. Like, we didn't think my son was gonna make it. He never called, he never FaceTime, he never nothing. Nobody ever reached out to me. Neither one of my sisters, no one reached out to me ever. When I was in the hospital fighting for my son's life, nobody reached out for me to me ever. But guess what? I wasn't hurt about that. You can't miss something you never had. My mama was there, my daddy was there, my husband was there, and that is all I have ever needed. I've always been content with just my mom and my dad. And then when I got married, it was just like, it was complete, and I've always been content. So when I say I'm getting emotional, I actually don't know why, because I'm not hurt. But anyway, I think maybe like little girl sin, maybe I don't know. Anyway, so I go to my brother's wedding. I never bring up, you weren't at mine. I never say anything. I never check him. I never hold him accountable, because the thing is, my brother's generation, their mothers did not fucking hold them accountable. They made them think that they was the best thing since sliced bread. So they treat women that way, even their family. So let's keep going. So we get to the wedding, everything's cool. I don't know his wife from diddly squat. And he's like, oh, can you go with her so she can get her nails done? Da, da, da. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm trying to be nice. Not to mention they trying to trick me into doing her hair. It didn't happen. That's another story. But anywho, when we were sitting at the nail shop waiting for her lashes, she just randomly looks at me and was like, that's crazy, because you and Tom been married for how long now? And I was like 2 years. And she was like, I remember when y'all got married. Your brother was just sitting there like, why would they let her get married? That's some stupid ass shit. I ain't going to her dumb ass. I ain't going to that shit. That's dumb. That shit ain't gonna last. I ain't going. And she said that to me, looking me dead in my face. She was like, but y'all still together? That's cool. And I kind of just was like, okay. And I held it in for like 2 hours. And then she was like, oh, you want to go get something to eat? I was like, no, I'm good. And then I just remember she wanted me to go back to her place with them and stuff. And I was like, no, can you just take me back to the room? And I remember going in the room, going in the bathroom, running bath order, and bawling my eyes out, because in my mind, I had told myself my brother wasn't at my wedding because he had something else to do. My brother wasn't at my wedding because he got kids, and it was just, so for her to just straight up tell me, he was just like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Mind y'all, I put this on my father's ashes. I'm talking so long because this is not just to spread drama. This is so my nieces one day will be able to go back just the same way that I went back and at this age, I went back and been able to piece stuff together. Like, you was the corporate the whole time, auntie. I want my nieces to be able to go back and look at this shit on their own, right? So anyway, I never, even that day that I was crying in the bathtub, I never said anything to him about it. And his daughter, his niece, his oldest daughter, the one that was in the car, my baby Deja, she was with me. She don't remember. She saw me crying and was like, "What's wrong, auntie?" And I just stuffed that shit in my pocket. I got dressed. I beefed it up. I was at his wedding. I was there. I was there. My daughter was there. But my son was in fucking NICU. I left my son in NICU and brought my daughter to see her uncle get married. That's what I did. And I didn't ask for any rewards, nothing. Got on the plane, and every time I see him in person, it's, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Da, 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 da. So let's fast forward, right? He gets married. My father died. So he got married when I was about 21. Yeah, when I was about 21, 20. Yeah. No, he got married when I was 22. The very following year, the very next year, in January, my father dies. That's the 4th time and the last time in my life I've seen this man in person, when my father died. January 7th. 20, whatever the fuck, I'm sorry, 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago. Do you understand me? 10 years ago. My father has been dead for 10 years. So 10 years ago is the last time I seen him. And my mother bought his plane ticket to come down here to see his father. Okay. So let's fast forward. In this time period. No, I'm sorry. That was 5 times, not 4 times. I apologize. 5 times. So one more time, he called me trying to get me to like send him hair for his daughter and this stuff or whatever. And then when I told him no, like when I told him he could send me the money, because the way it works, you buy the hair and then, you buy the hair and then you resell it, add in another price. But I was like, all you have to do is get the money. He's like, oh, that's why your niece don't like you and all of this. You dead to me. Now you got a dead sister, a dead daddy, and a dead brother. So I'm like, whoa, mind you, I'm at work. And that time broke me. That time broke me down, because that was the first time that that was the first time that I ever, and I'm not ignoring y'all comments. I'm just trying to make it through this story. It's almost over. Because I barely know this nigga. So it's almost over. So, oh Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. So, what part was I on? My dad died. Oh, yeah. So he's like, oh, you got a dad, a dead daddy, a dead brother, all of this shit. So we don't talk again, right? We don't. I'm like, I'm done. Mind you, my dad is dead. I'm still working through that. The same time he said that to me, I'm uncovering stuff, because I believe in shadow work. I believe that for us to fix anything, we have to first uncover the shit and look at it in the face. I don't believe in that throw it under the rug shit. I just don't, right? But mind you, I ain't never disrespected him, called him out of his name. What I just told you is the basis of our relationship. There is nothing else. I'm not leaving anything out. I do not know this man, and he does not know me. We know nothing about each other. The last time we lived around each other, we knew each other, I was 10 years old. I'm about to be 34. Okay. So anywho, my mother's family, her sisters and their children all started they all got together and met up in Michigan, right? Mind you, me and my brother, we were like texting every blue moon, and I would ask him like, hey, are you gonna come out here? Da 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 da. He's like, oh yeah, when I get it together. So my aunties and them, they have this thing. He goes from Oklahoma to Detroit, and he's visiting them, chilling with them, and I'm just like, okay, like, it's weird. He don't call his mama. He hasn't call my mama in 2 years, right? So he don't call his mama, nothing, right? So it's cool. Mind you, I'm not leaving anything out. Nothing has happened. My mother called him on the phone, because me and my mom was both on shadow work time. We like, okay, we really, and we both like, is there anything that I've done? Have I done anything to offend you? Is there anything? This is what my mom asked him, like, what did I do? Like, what is it? He's like, no, mom, it's nothing. You're an amazing mother. You've never done anything. I'm just trying to get my life together, and I'm embarrassed about some things and all of this shit. So my mom is like, okay, like, I understand. When you get it together, you got it together. Okay. So I stepped away because I have my own world. So there was no need for me to be constantly reaching out to try to grasp onto something that obviously doesn't want to be held on to. And I'm just being real. You can't miss something you never had. I don't give a shit like that. It's more so like the little girl inside of me. Like the I don't know how to explain it. If anybody can relate to what I'm saying, give me a 9. It's like just the little girl in me that's just like, oh, my brother, like, she never went anywhere, so she's the one that's hurt. And I think that's like the inner struggle, because it's like, why do you care? So anyway, I have a cousin who's been in prison for 16 years, and he's about to get out in like a couple of months. So my brother is like an attention grabbing. He's an attention whore. So even though he's never been around anybody, and the couple of times we did talk, all he did was talk about my cousins like a dog. Now, let's fast forward. The other details are irrelevant because it has nothing to do with me or my brother. They're working out everything and getting this little surprise thing together. And so this is 2 days ago. 2 days ago. One of my cousins makes a chat. No, I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. I got to tell y'all the 5th time. So the 5th time we talked on the phone was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I was in an excellent place. And when I say an excellent place, I'm talking like I had really did my shadow work. I understood what it was, and I was at that place of my life where I needed to cross all my T's and dot all of my I's, because I told my mother and my father that by the age of 30, whatever relationships were not secured and whatever things have not been healed, it was over, and I wasn't opening any more doors. Okay. Okay, so that was at 30. So I call my brother and I tell him everything. Like, you hear the tone of voice that I'm using with you. I was sweeter. I was like, hey, hi. I just really want to know why you weren't there for me. Like, it really hurt me. And like, you my brother, like, I was expecting you to be there to protect me, and I reminded him of the conversation that me and him had in private when my father died, and he was grabbing my face while I was crying, like, I love you and I'm sorry I haven't been here, but I promise I'm gonna be here for you. I love you. And there's never been any disrespect in any way, shape, or form in person in my face. Ever. Never. Only love. Only I'm sorry. Only, oh my God, I'm gonna fix it. Only I'm gonna make it better. Okay. All right. So let's, like I said, fast forward 3 years ago. I remember that, and I called him, and I was like, remember what you said? We can always talk about stuff. He like, yeah, and yeah, what's up? So I tell him how I feel. I put everything on the table, and I'm like, that really hurt me. Like, I don't feel supported by you. And just his only response to me, he looked at me in the face with his little yellow ass dentures, because his teeth didn't fell out. God don't like ugly. He looks me in my face and says, man, you fucking up my Christmas. And I just went, okay, well, all right. I can obviously see that we're not gonna get a resolve here, so I wish you the best. And he cut me off and was like, I heard you got a new English bulldog. I heard you got an English bulldog named Flash. Like, let me see him. I was like, no, you good. Like, enjoy your Christmas. I wouldn't want to mess up your Christmas anymore. And we hung up. I have not spoken to the man since then. Okay. We have not spoken since that day. There was no disrespect. There was no yelling from him or me. Right? Okay. So we get in so fast forward 2 days ago. So 3 years ago, last time I talked to him, fast forward 2 days ago. My cousins all get in this group. My cousins in this group, we have not all talked collectively since we were children. That was the first time we've all been in one group since we were children. My brother is within the first set of grandkids. So it's 3 older ones, 3 of them that are a decade older than us. And then the second set of grandkids are like my other cousin that's the oldest of the second set of grandkids is 2 years older than me. I'm the oldest girl and he's the oldest boy. So there are 2 sets of grandchildren over a decade of age in between, right? So if my brother left when I was 10 years old and I'm the oldest girl, they definitely didn't see him. Okay. So we get, like I said, we get on the phone. Everybody gets on the phone or whatever. And whenever we get on the phone, everybody's talking and laughing and all of this, and everything's fine. We going back and forth. We're bantering like we've always done, which my brother wouldn't know because he wasn't there. But me and my younger cousins, we'll always be talking crap about each other. But we all like kind of conceding, like, oh, I'm fine as hell. Nigga, you okay? So we like going back and forth, bantering, and everybody's commenting. Everybody doesn't have their name attached to their numbers, right? So whoever comments, I'm just commenting back because they're family. Like, I already know what it is. I saw my brother was in there. They were bantering with him, at first I started to just lead a group, but then I remember what my mom said. My mom was like, you didn't do anything wrong. Why are you leaving uncomfortable? Like, chill. So I'm in banter with them, right? We doing it for like 2 hours. Out of nowhere, my brother goes, you can shut the fuck up talking to me before I come over there and beat your husband ass. What? So I'm in the comments like, wait, whoa. So all of my cousins are like, wait, that went left fast, right? So he like, yeah, she keep talking shit to me, and ain't nobody say nothing to her, and I'm not just about to let her keep talking shit to me, like, oh, fuck her, and this, and that. She dead to me. I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm so proud of myself because initially, old sin would have went off. But I said, okay, like I did say like, wow, like really, like that's extra, right? Like seriously. And one of my older cousins was like, Chris, like what the fuck? Like everybody was like, whoa, like chill, chill, chill. But then the gaslighting started, right? The reason that I told y'all our background, right, is because I need you to understand. I do not know this man. This man does not know me. None of my family knows me. I've been in Vegas since I was 16 years old. I am 33 going on 34. Nobody has been around me since I've been in Vegas since I was 16, but our family stopped kicking it like that when I was probably like 13, 14. So I'm definitely not the same person that I was in 13, 14. But everybody in the group like, oh, y'all need to work it out. Oh, seeing you always been stubborn, seeing you. So it was like the gaslighting was like, oh my God, like my whole family was like, oh, we talk to Chris all the time. We talk to him all the time. And he's like, yeah, fuck her. I ain't got nothing to say to her. She dead to me. Oh, my dear sister, fuck you. I'm talking about the most like it I don't want to say because it didn't hurt my feelings. It was just so disappointing. Like especially because I'm on such a cloud. Like these last probably like 6 years have been so hard, like the rebuilding phase of your life, business, all of that stuff. It's been so hard, but I'm completely out of it. And literally that day, like this week has been probably the week of most of the manifestations I've been like, most of the things that I've been working hard to manifest, they will all come to pass this week. So that's what I mean. Like these tears are not from like sadness. I'm so full of joy, man. I'm so full of joy, which is why it was such a like, whoa. It's like being in the jacuzzi and all warm, and then somebody just dump a bucket of a gallon of ice in the pool. You like, whoa. It's like a shock. Like what the fuck? Like whoa. And so my only response was like, really? Like, mind you, in the group they're all like, OG's this and OG's that. And I told them, I said, the purpose of an OG and the purpose of an elder, because OG, what is that? The purpose of an elder is to make sure that the foundation stays strong, is to make sure that we able to like talk about things and go back and forth. They're like, oh no, talk about that shit on your own time and this and that. And to make a long story short, I told everybody in the group, I love y'all. I wish y'all the best in life. Our memories as children, or our childhood memories, my childhood memories with y'all. I said to my cousins, my childhood memories with y'all are the thing that helped me get through the death of my father, because it was so sudden. Even though nobody was fucking there, no, like not a soul, not a soul has called me to check on me, to see if I was okay. But the thing about it, when you lose a parent like that, or when it don't even mean like a parent, when you go through something detrimental like that and you get to the end of yourself and you have nobody around you but two people, when you heal, you don't give a fuck. And you also don't have sympathy for certain people. Okay? So anyway, I left the group. I blocked everyone because I have to keep my peace. I have to keep my peace. And the reason that at first I really didn't want to share it, right? Because I'm like, I'm not about to give power to this, and I don't want to come off like I'm hurt or like I'm sad. But I know that there's somebody, at least one person out there who deals with it, and I need you to know it's not you. Like, I can be honest and say afterwards, when I sat with it, because I'm the type of person, a situation will happen, and then I'll sit with it and process it, and I'll replay everything in my mind, every comment, everything everybody said. And when I replayed it in my mind, the depth. If you wanted to give the chat a title, it would be gaslighting. It would be gaslit, lit the flame, right? And I was like, okay, God, I asked for this. Every time I go and I pray or I do manifestation work or I journal, right, or I do shadow work, I ask my creator to show me my enemy in any form, or not my enemy, any opposing energy or anything that is not working in my favor or anything that is not going to serve me. I ask my creator to show it to me quick, swiftly, regardless of how I feel, because I don't want anything sweet sneaking up on me. And I remember my dad used to always tell me when he was on earth, apart from the body is in the presence of God, and that like death is only the beginning. So I know that my daddy got my back. Like, I know that, right? But I would be lying if I didn't say that sometimes if you sit with it and you allow yourself to fellowship with the things that they say about you without knowing your own truth, you can really, really like sit in that and really let it like make you feel away. But all I have to say to you is every tree bears its own fruit. And at the end of the day, the thing that helped me really sit back, and whoever hear this and feel away, you feel away. If you want to be a part of my story, then have some more glory, nigga. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's like when you sit down and look at it, I told my daddy used to say, like I said, every tree bears its own fruit. So I sat there, and I'm not trying to put myself above anybody, but I am the fuck. Like, I sat down and I thought about it. And I thought about my tree and what my tree looks like and what my fruit is, meaning what has my life produced? What am I doing right now? What type of chaos is around me? And when I look at my fucking fruit and I look at theirs, oh baby, night and day. And it lit a fire up under me. Not to say that I've become complacent, but I had just been in this energy of not knowing, because there was a cousin, like I said, that was playing both sides. And I'm the type of person, I like to let stuff play out, because I have worked so hard to get myself to this place, and I did it by myself without any of them. So I'll be damned if I let anybody break me down or make me feel like I owe anybody anything. So that is the place that I was in at first, like not hurt, but like anger, like frustration. But then I had to alchemize that energy and turn it and shift it into something else, because listen, there are people who get adopted and never meet their blood family and have the most, like one of my friends, Rebecca, she's adopted. She doesn't even know her birth mother, but her adopted parents are the most amazing people you will ever meet in your life. You are not fucking bound to your family because y'all share blood. No, you are not. And you do not have to constantly take the shit that people put out to you. But see, this is the thing, and I love you, and I know that you mean well, but no, I'm not. I'm not speaking it over my life. I am not. Listen to me. And the reason that I told y'all the story, it's not just for you. I didn't, because me and you don't know each other. So the reason that I told this story, right? The reason that I told this story the way that I told it is because when people go back and watch this video, they're gonna be like, oh, she made it because she's hurt. She is hurt. That's her. Listen to me. Right now as we speak, I am looking at my father's urn. The first man that I have ever loved is, now that shit hurts. The first man that I have ever loved's body is, I'm looking at it. That hurts. That's hurt. Let me ask you a question. If you've only seen a person 3 times for maybe 2 days at a time since you was 10 years old, would you be fucking hurt by them saying something about you or by you not having them in your life? Do that make sense to you? No, it don't. And this isn't going to you. My aggression isn't coming to you. I just need y'all to understand. Just because somebody says, no, I'm not fucking with you, does not mean that they're hurt. Just because somebody says, yeah, I forgive you, but I have not forgotten and you do not have access to my life, does not mean that they're hurt. It means that they're picking them over you. That's what that means. And nothing else. That does not mean that I'm hurt. That's not what that means. That means that I love sin more than I love you. That means that I love sin more than this little fake family bullshit that y'all want to do. When everybody likes to talk about breaking generational curses, this is breaking generational curses, because the generational curse is what happens at home stays at home. The generational curse is, oh, well, you know that's your mama. The generational curse is, oh, well, you know that's just how he is. That's how he acts. Turn the other cheek. That's the generational curse. The generational curse is shaming the girl like me who say, hey, no, that shit ain't right. That's the generational curse. And nothing else. I am not upset. I am not hurt. I am disappointed. Because it is your expectations. Hey, this is something my daddy used to teach me all the time. It is your expectations of people that hurt you. People don't fucking hurt you. That man does not have the power to hurt me. I have not seen this snagger-tooth nigga since I was 10 years old. Get into it. I'm 34. I'm so fulfilled in life. My husband is an amazing man. My children are doing awesome in school. My son got promoted early. My daughter taught herself how to freeform draw. My children, listen to me. When I say I'm in peace, listen, my business hit 6 figures in less than 6 months by myself. No loan, no promotions, no $1 million views on YouTube. None of that shit. I did it all off the sweat of my own back. Do you hear me? I am not mad. I am not upset. I am in full power. In full power. Do you hear me? When your father, when the first man that you've ever loved drops dead in the middle of you, filming, editing a YouTube video. I was editing a YouTube video and my mama called me and told me my daddy had passed out. I got to the hospital, they told me he was dead. Now that shit breaks me. And let me tell you something. If you can heal from that, it ain't a thing on this fucking earth that I can't heal from. Do you understand? As much as I love my husband knows that the shit that I've made it through, there is nothing on this planet that can break me. Do you understand? So I know that you didn't mean it in a disrespectful way, but I take offense to, so, oh, you hurt. I'm not, listen to me. There's not an entity walking the face of this earth that has the power to break me down. Do you understand? I am in full power, but I still have emotions, and things still can be like, oh shit, whoop, that caught me off guard. But that is the generational curse. How many of y'all families make the person who always speaks up look like the bad guy? How many? And so we about to go, or, I mean, not about to go, but I want to read y'all something. Because again, I wasn't going to share this, but then I saw these posts and I was just like, I have to. They made me cry this morning because again, one of my main things, that's from the 7-day challenge. One of my main things is, for me, just the older generations, not always like having our backs and always, this is how I felt, past tense, right? Just them like not having our backs or like not standing in the gap for us when we feel away, right? Is how I was feeling. But then today, this morning when I was this morning when I was editing, this morning when I was editing, when I was about to get my workday started, I saw this comment and I made this post the day that it happened, right? I've never craved peace like I do now. I don't want to wake up angry, upset, or have any negative thoughts. I just want to be happy and at peace with everything, right? I have to read this comment. I have to, if I can get to it. Hold on. I don't think oh, there it is. Sorry guys, I haven't did it from here before. Hold on. Okay. Listen. It's a long one, but this is the reason that I'm live today, because I was not sharing this because I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, she big mad. She making a video. Every time somebody speaks, it's not because they're angry. Every time somebody speaks, it's not because they're mad. Every time somebody speaks, it's not because they are frustrated or trying to embarrass somebody. Like it's not a thing. Sometimes it's really coming from the depths of my soul, from somebody, for somebody who's dealing with this. Okay. So you said you are lucky to understand this at a young age. I am at the same exact place in life, but it took me to be 48 years old to really understand this lesson. My peace above everything else. All my life, I've been trying to fix my broken relationship with my three sisters, and nothing I could do was ever enough. I've always been, it's always been the three of them united, and me alone Oh, where did I go? Me alone in my corner. I've always felt guilty, like it was my fault, and I had to fix it until I had a series of 2 strokes. Thank God I came out each time with no defects except for minor things, and was in the hospital, but none of them came to visit me or provided me with emotional support. I expected it from my sisters. I knew we never had the best relationship, but I never in a million years expected hold on. Expected they will continue with the sisters gang boycott and on me when I was at my very lowest times in terms of health. Not only did they never come to visit me from out of state, but the same year I had strokes, they expected me to come join them and their kids when their kids all graduated from high school the same year. And they did this big trip with my parents to have a big celebrational gathering in one of those states. I am the only one of the sisters who never had any children because God did not allow it to happen. It really hurt me how even my parents took sides and never came to visit me in the hospital, but made the graduation trip. It was when I realized this family relationship was not worth me. It was then I realized this family relationship was not worth me chasing. It is hard because cutting them off means that I have no relationship with my nieces and nephews. And that is the hardest part for me. That's the only part that bothers me, which is why I'm making this video. Anyway, where do we go? Nieces and nephews, plus 2 other brothers who took their sides. But boy, the peace it brought me to not have to worry about pleasing them anymore is unequal to anything I've ever experienced. I finally freed myself from fear not to fit in with the clan. It took me to be 48 years old and strokes to realize it's not worth it. I am at peace within myself and looking into adoption this year. I prayed to adopt a little baby girl through becoming a foster parent. All the strength I've ever needed in my life was already within me from day one. I just had to go dig it up. I just had to go dig deep inside of me to find it. My help will not come from my parents, my siblings, my husband, not even from a child. I am enough and I am worthy of love and respect and my own uniqueness. Peace, love, and everything else. Thanks. Listen, like, and then, sorry, this is the last one I'm reading. It's a long one too, but the response was, "You are amazing. Life is literally a trip, and there is so much knowledge to absorb along the way. I was busy trying to soak up love, validation, and acceptance from everyone near me for damn near 40 years, finally, finally realizing what and who I needed to squeeze and rinse out of my past. This young lady here is very special and truly a breath of fresh air." And she's talking about me. I'm glad to have glanced upon your comment. It just so happened to be the one that showed a line or two when you scroll past. I know it was for sin, but felt drawn to read it, and I'm glad I did. It's not often that you run into higher vibrational women. Listen, this gives me hope. That's why I'm crying. I don't want to come off weird too late. My only purpose is to always and forever spread love. I hold so much faith that after being completely broken, listen, it's difficult having to recently have healed. It's also hard uh for me to communicate with people because people mistake it in superiority or me being judgmental, and I'm so far from that, Lord. Anywho, I wish I had the mindset as young, no, as a youngin, like seeing just the simple existence of your message. Whew, from her hair video. It sparks unity and love. How powerful. Our generation got to uplift and support young women like her. She's on a very impactful mission that only the strongest could succeed. And it sounds like you are too. You are such an incredible woman to come through everything that you came through with with such beautiful grace. I pray you're blessed with your heart every desire, drowning out the noise, focusing, working, and learning what's within. Breathe. Embracing your peace can embracing your peace and being able to hear and follow wherever your beautiful soul leads you to. Y'all, like, I just wanted to share that. I don't know who this was for and like who needed to hear it, but I know in the hell I did. And it just, I don't know, like, you know how you experience something even though it's not bothering you. I mean, not bothering you, even though it's not breaking your heart, it's not hurting your feelings or nothing. I'm not walking around like, oh my god, I'm so sad. Oh my god, like, no. But like, if you sit down for a minute and you think about it, like, it's bullshit for me to sit here and say, like, when I watch movies, when they be like, we're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five. Like, I can't lie and say I don't want to, like, that would be great. But sometimes you really do have to deal with the reality of what's before you. And with it, dealing with that reality, understanding that it's not you, it's not your fault, it's nothing that you did wrong. Again, the reason that I told you the story isn't like, oh, I'm defending myself. No, I want you to hear my story and understand that you didn't do anything wrong. With you hearing my story, I have seen this nigga. He's 44 years old. I'm 33. I've seen him 4 times in my life since I was 10 years old. There's nothing that I could have done to offend you. There's nothing that I could have ever done, not to mention, let me give some flowers. My husband's family, my husband's siblings, the real healing from the way that my siblings have broken my heart, the healing came from my husband's siblings. My husband's siblings, Tanea, Felicia, Ed, June, have healed my broken heart. I've been with my husband for 15 years. They call me on every birthday. They remember all my kids' birthdays. They remember all of my accomplishments. Like whenever I like they remember dates that I don't even remember. My brother-in-law June, he calls me. He's like, "Sin, congratulations. I remember in 2013 when you wrote that on that vision board, and now look at you." You know what I mean? So these are happy tears. Like I'm so content. I'm so good. One great thing about me and my husband's relationship, we say it all the time, is like he's like my perfect mate because like for example, with him and his mother's relationship aren't that great, so he got my mama. And like him and his dad's relationship at the time wasn't as great. Not that it wasn't great, they just didn't have one. And he got my dad. But then when my dad left, I was like, babe, talk to your dad. And now he got his dad, and I've stolen his dad from him. Now his dad is my daddy too. His daddy probably like me more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just want you to know that when you get out of the victim mode, when you get out of that energy, that gaslight energy, you trying to decide of whether or not you've done something wrong, is if there's something that you can do to fix it. There's nothing you can do to fix it. You can't fix them. Their problem is with them. It's within. It's with their self. My brother's issue ain't with me. How the fuck does your little sister who's 10 years younger than you, that you haven't been around since you 10 years old, do anything to deserve you did to me? I'm done with her. And listen, when we look at the older generations, and this is why I hold everybody accountable, because now today the TIs, the 50 cents, they're like, what's wrong with these kids? My brother is in that same generation. My brother's generation is the generation that raised the kids that's fucking shit up right now. Do you understand? And nobody's being accountable because my brother's generation, guess where they at now? They're in church trying to be holy because they old, they breaking down, they hair falling out, they fucking teeth falling out, they getting big, they got dad bods now. Yeah, and they're not being held accountable. But I believe that there are two different types of people. Every generation got different barriers, right? Different barriers to break, different things that's going down. And everybody has a different mission on earth. And that's why I said this is deeper than hair, because yes, I make hair videos 100%. And I'm making hair videos to show y'all. I'm making hair videos to so I can take away that blinder, because right now the thing that's holding black women down is hair. We're arguing about hair. You're not able to focus on your inner work, on your shadow work, and deal with your inner deep dark problems because you're fucking doing your hair for 8 hours. So if we know our hair and if we done with this argument, we can really focus on the real generational curses. We can focus on them for real. That's why I'm making hair content all the time. There is levels to it. It's phases to it. This is phase one. Phase one over 2024 is giving y'all power back, because lately y'all power has been in a hair bottle. And instead of us all holding this older generation accountable, we're arguing about hair products. Mhm. I need my generation of women and the women who are like me to know who they are so we can inflict change. Period. Generational curses are broken by changing generational patterns, not talking to the stupid people who broke the generation in the first place. Because most of them are not going to have accountability. I don't need the person to that broke it to fix it. That doesn't make sense. Why would I need the person who broke it to fix it? If you go take your car to get fixed and then they fix your car, but then they do a shitty ass job and your car is off worse than it was, are you taking it back to them to fix it, or are you going to take it to somebody who knows what to do to put it back in place in running order? Let me know. What are we doing? I'm not about to go sit down with the people who broke this shit to do it. What are we talking about? We're on two different levels, on two different energies. And that's how it's supposed to be. So this video, this live was for anybody who had this experience. I know I'm not the only one. I felt like I was before this morning. So the two comments that I just read, I just want to say I love you and thank you, because I can honestly say the one part that does make you angry, not hurt, but angry, is feeling crazy. Like I felt fucking crazy. Like, is it me? What is this? Everybody like, no, it's like, oh, geez, fuck that shit. Niggas knew me in the hood. They knew me in the streets. They knew who I used to be. What the fuck? And I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, I have a 7-figure business. What in the fuck am I doing? So I'm going to read through some of your comments, and then I am going to get in the bed because I had plans of stuff, and these last 48 hours have been very emotionally draining for me. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, just trying to figure out uh where my feelings were coming from, because I'm like, I don't care. I'm not hurt. Like, what is this? You know? So but now I feel better. I just don't even know how to explain it. I feel so much better. Now I know that the heaviness that I was feeling is probably because there's at least one person that needed to hear this. And maybe the heaviness I was feeling was because I experienced this for you. I understand that in this life, we're here to learn. And you can only gain wisdom from the understanding that you gain through your experiences. And the things that I know, the things that I've been able to accomplish it, I can guarantee you I wouldn't be able to accomplish it if my brother and my sisters and the other people in my family didn't do their job. My nigga, you were doing your job. Nobody is hurting me. Nobody has the power to hurt or heal me but me. He was doing his job, and guess what? He's still doing it right now. He's still doing his job right now. Because would I be able to be here? Would I be this sin if he wasn't doing what he's doing? Would I be this girl if my sisters were the sisters that they were supposed to be from jump? Would I be this girl if all of the old, not all, but if the majority of the older women, grandmothers and stuff around me weren't shaming me for my body? Would I be this girl? No, I would not. No, I wouldn't. Thank you. I'm more grateful for people who send negative vibrations my way than I am for the positive ones. You know why? Because I'm an alchemist and I can change anything into gold. Anything. Anything. And so can you. Went through the same thing on my 40th birthday about my dad. You're making me understand why I was hurt. I couldn't understand then. I thought I was okay. I wasn't okay. And the thing is, this is the thing. I did cry, right? But when I sat down and I was doing my shadow work, when I was journaling, that was the little girl in me crying. It was the illusion of who he was. I said it earlier, but my father used to always tell me it is not people who hurt your feelings, it is your expectations of people. My brother left when I was 10 years old, and in my mind, I created this picture of this perfect brother based on my friends and how their brothers and sisters treated them. I'll be like, yeah, I have a brother too. I have one too. He never called, he was never there, but I created this illusion of a person in my mind. And with this illusion of this person that I created in my mind, he was never that guy. He never told me he was that guy. I talked to this nigga for, I've seen him. Listen, you get what I'm saying? I made that up in my head because I looked online and I said, this is how a brother is supposed to be. When I looked at my friends, this is how brothers are supposed to act. When I looked at other people's sisters, this is how siblings are supposed to act. When I saw my friends that were little sisters who had big age differences with their siblings, I said, this is how a little sister is supposed to be treated. Why am I not being treated this way? But so I wouldn't be sad this gonna sound crazy. So I wouldn't be sad as a little girl. I created an illusion. Listen to me. I created an illusion of a person that didn't fucking exist. He never existed. I made him up. I made him up. And then when the person that I made up, I reached out to my brother and expecting him to be the man that I made up. He was never that nigga. He never grew up. When he left at 20, he never stopped fucking growing. He's still the same nigga he was when he was 20. That's why every time you talk to him, he got to be like, yeah, because I used to have hoes. Yeah, because man, when I used to be on the street, it was my expectations that hurt me, not him. That nigga don't have the power to hurt me. You know those womanizing ass niggas who cheat on their wives and be that's him. He has no respect for women. Why would he respect me? It makes no sense. He don't respect the woman who birthed his children. Why would he respect me? It was my expectations of him, the expectations that I set of him that hurt me, not him. I made up a person in my mind and then expected him to play that role when he's never been him. That was in my head. The people, the things that you're expecting, the brother, the sister, the mother, the father, you made that up in your head. At the end of the day, we are all human beings we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. And if you grown and you have sex, you know that you can bump uglies and a baby will pop up. That don't mean you a good person. It means you was bumping uglies and a baby popped up. My mother had my brother. My father had my sisters. I am not obligated to take they shit and take on they extra baggage because that's what they had to keep going. That's the generational curse. The generational curse is feeling like you have to always go back and finish somebody's shit. No, I write it in my journal all the time, Daddy. When you come back, nigga, figure this shit out because I'm not about to go back and right your wrongs, cross your T's and dot your I's. You come back and do that. I'm living my life in this realm for me, not for you. I'm sorry, boo, but we got it though. We would have been a wrap. I'm late in the comments, but hey, listen, 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 listen. Nobody deletes nothing. Anybody that leaves, it was their time. There's not a piece of fear in me and understand that I am so protected that people who try to fuck with me, they they pay for it before they even try it. Just at the thought. There's not a person walking the face of this earth, including my bum ass brother. There's not a person walking the face of this earth that has done me wrong, said anything crazy to me, or hurt me in any way that's happy and doing good in life right now. Not one. I can list. I've done it. I've written every person who's ever hurt me. I've done my shadow work before. I've written it down. They are all fucking miserable right now. So I don't do that. Don't. I don't feed into fear. People are deleting black women. Nobody's deleting nothing. They could delete these lists. They're gonna delete themselves fucking with me. Anyway, he sounds jealous. Yeah, that's what my husband said. But at 44 though, very envious and weak boy. Yep. The elders are to provide stability and order. Listen, when I tell you, and then after that, without going too deep into it, right as I'm leaving the group, I told my cousins how much I love them and stuff, and I wish them the best in life, but I just can't. And as I'm typing, the other elder was arguing with one of my younger nieces. I mean, one of my younger cousins. This cousin, she was like, it's because it's three older cousins, right? My brother and two older female cousins. One of the older female cousins, she was like, what the fuck? Like, she wasn't even really in there for the drama. But then the other one, the very next day, it wasn't even me. It wasn't even me. It was a whole nother one of my little cousins. And I want to say when she was born, I was like, we about 10 years apart. So if me and this little cousin are 10 years apart, and the older cousin that she was arguing with, me and her are 9 years apart, just imagine their age difference. And as I'm typing mine out, I look in the group and she like, cause you already know how I get down. I'm the real OG. If you got a fucking problem, I'm like, okay. So when we're talking about why the black family is disrupted, when we're talking about why we can't get together, look at our elders. That is our problem. And I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. Look at our elders. Our elders are the problem. Point blank, period. Because what's crazy is, remember I told y'all we had three different sets. So it's the three older cousins, and then it's eight of us. Eight of the younger ones. We, with the exception of one, so all seven of us, we in there bantering, talking shit to each other, laughing, giggling. We never argued amongst each other. Never. It was always my brother disrespecting me, and then my other cousin going back and forth with the other younger cousin. It's the elders. Period. I don't care what nobody talking about. I miss my dad too, but unfortunately, I didn't become cold. Just more sensitive. I know how you feel to an extent during that period. I was alone. My family wasn't there to support me. Yeah. But I definitely didn't become cold. Just it takes blinders off, especially with my situation because I'm so much younger than my siblings and my whole family. So, well, my father's side of the family, so my parents like protected me from everything. So when my dad died, it was like it was a whole different world. Like everything that I thought things were, they weren't that way. Like he put like a whole nother rose colored blanket over my eyes. And it wasn't until my father died that people started showing their true colors because they wouldn't fucking dare when he was living. So once he died is when everybody started showing their ass. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, no, I'm not. And y'all, why do y'all want people to be hurt so bad? Like when people share things with you and they say, I'm not hurt about it, I'm just sharing, I've processed my emotions, I've worked through this. Why do y'all want people to be sad so bad? Like why is it not okay for somebody to be like, I made it through this? Like I'm good. It's not breaking me. Like I'm okay. Like why like I just need for everybody who's like, you are really hurt. You're just not. Can you please explain to me if I'm able to if looking at my father's urn gives me peace, if my father's been dead for 10 years, at year 5 just hearing the his name or seeing a picture will break me down for days, right? And if I'm no longer like that, if hearing his voice and it makes me happy and I'm past that, can you please explain to me why I would be hurt over a nigga that I've seen 4 times since I was 10? Y'all stop. No, everybody's not hurt. No, there's a difference. There are different emotions. You have sadness, anger, resentment, fear. Everything isn't hurt. Everything isn't pain. I am very strong in my essence and who I am. I am really, really able to say when I'm hurt. The very first time he told me I was dead to him, yes, I was broken, shattered. But by the fucking third time, and you're still a bum, what? What? No, nobody's hurt. Okay, come on, y'all. You're speaking a word today, saying your peace is precious and priceless, protected at all costs. At all costs. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you. I really hope that it helps somebody today. Thanks for sharing, Zan. I understand. I appreciate you so much. I needed this. And Taylor, if it was just for you, that's enough for me. I promise you. If it was just for you, if you the only one who got something out of it, Taylor, I'm so content. Thank you, babe. You better speak the truth today, seeing you dropping gems. I'm trying. My keyboard is acting full. You good, boo. And that's what I'm saying. Like, let's call it out. Why is the person who wanna call shit out always the person that everybody shames? Same thing, like my little cousin, the same little cousin that was in there when the group first started, she was like, "This is nice that we in here, but we all need to like unpack our underlying shit so we not being fake when we get together." And everybody like, "What are you talking about? Don't nobody got no problem with you. What do you mean?" And she like, "Okay." But that's what she was trying to do the whole time. But all of the older cousins were blocking her. The younger generation, like, call it out, lay that shit out, lay it on the table. But the older generations don't want to lay it out. You know why? Because when we lay the shit out, we see who started it. Because when we lay it out, the older generation got to take accountability because it was your job. As a child, I never understood why my auntie moved miles away from my family. But as an adult, I definitely get it now. She chased peace over. Listen, you are speaking about coming out on the other end healed. Listen, yes, that's all I'm speaking on. Thank you, babe. Thank you. Happens when they able to. It's sad. And yeah, it hurts and it's frustrating. But you are right. We have to think of ourselves. Yes. Get away from those who will not emotionally support you. I hear your words. Yes, babe. Yes. I don't know my brother. He hates me because my dad and mother got married and cheated on my. Listen, and this is the thing. That's why I'm constantly, and I don't care what older generation, what older person has a problem. Because some of y'all didn't handle y'all shit, now your kids are having to handle your shit. And I don't have a problem saying it because I'm a mother of a 12-year-old little girl and an 11-year-old boy, and I'm crossing all my T's and dotting all my I's. Because guess what? My daughter's gonna know exactly who the fuck her brother, and my sisters are. My kids are gonna know, and they're gonna know what to do because I've done the work. And the mistakes that I make, I'm going to be authentic and transparent about so my children don't make the same mistakes. But the older generation, they don't do none of it. They don't do none of it. My brother is upset with me because he wants to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. And when my dad died, my mother moved in with me, not to watch my children, not to keep my children, because my mother does not babysit my children. Do you understand me? Me and my husband do not go anywhere. We are parents. That is the stage of our life that we are in. We need to go do more things. My mother has to force me to go places, and I never go. So my brother called my mama, was like, "Why don't you come down here? You move it in with me. You can watch the kids." Cause he want my mama to be a grandma. My mama not a normal grandma. My mama doing her thing. So he mad and throwing the temper tantrum at 44 years old, the same way he was throwing temper tantrums. He about to be 45 in a couple of weeks, in like a week. He a Pisces, yeah. So my brother is upset and throwing a fucking temper tantrum at almost 50 years old because his mommy won't come live with him and take care of his children. And he's because he hasn't been around, he don't know. He's under the impression my mama just here washing clothes and cleaning. Well, my mama not even here right now. My mama is at the gym, and then she going out with her friends. Damn, my cousin ghosted me last year after I came out of the hospital, will not return my calls, so I stopped calling. I call God instead now. I love you. Me, I'm dealing with it right now. Shake my head. Really needed to hear this. Thank you. But see, it's not you. You've done nothing wrong. Stand your ground. You've done nothing wrong. Stand your ground. Girl, they have silenced me. I will not speak on things anymore. But see, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. That's what they've done. When we talking about breaking generational curses, this is the generational curse. What are we talking about? So let's get into it. What is the generational curse that's on Black women? you feel like you can't speak up for yourself. You feel shamed if you have a voice. We're not gonna talk about the negative things that Black women do. We're not talking about them. That's not the group that I'm talking to. You shamed if you speak up, like, oh, she loud, or she got an attitude, or she always got something to say, or oh, she always mad, or oh, she like, and they do that. So that way you'll be like, no, I'm not. You misunderstanding me. This is just passion. The same way people do me here on my channel. Why she so mad? Why she so angry? Why she so, oh my God, why she so mad? Why she so angry? And that's supposed to silence me. That's supposed to make me change the way that I talk. That's supposed to make me not go against the grain. I'm not supposed to go against oil in the scalp. I'm not supposed to go against that. I'm not supposed to go against that. Follow the crowd. Blend in. Don't be too loud. Don't be too, yeah. That's the generational curse. Them shaming your personality into silence so they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's the generational curse that I'm breaking. Yeah, my family like that too. If I call out anything, they say I am the bad guy. Yep. That's why I'm making this video, because I know that I'm not by myself, and I don't want the women who are in my shoes to feel like they by themselves. And I don't want, when I saw those two women say that, and she said she's 42 years old, and it wasn't until she had 8 strokes. Like, I'm not. That's that's from stress. No, no, absolutely not. Find out who you are now today. Find out that you're not the problem now, today. No. Mhm. Get it off your heart. I love you. Thank you. That's all I'm doing, to be honest. I'm the bad guy in my family. No, you not. You the truth teller in your family. My daddy used to always, I know I keep saying, but my daddy was the real one. Listen, my daddy used to always tell me a prophet is never respected in his own home. Never. Listen, don't, on either side of my family, don't none of my family, like the way that y'all look at me, the way y'all like, oh my God, Cynthia, you so smart. I'm like, no. Granted, we don't have a relationship, we don't talk, but when it's like, oh, seeing she got something to say, she always got something to say, or she like, yeah, girl, you not the bad guy, you the truth teller. There's a difference. Man, you are preaching. I didn't know you were a life coach too. I'm not. I'm just sharing my story. God has you covered forever and always. I know it with my whole heart. Thank you. I love you. Now people have the audacity, if they don't have anything else. Yeah, wow, people. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what's crazy, the way that families get down, they say the most disrespectful shit to you. And then when time passes, they want to come back and be like, hey, you good? Listen. Oh, baby. Ooh, when I, any member of my family that's listening to the sound of my voice, when I say all doors are closed, locked shut, and I have no idea where the key is, that's what's in the lake of forgetfulness, my nigga. The key to the doors that people can walk back through. Hmm. Listen, sometimes you have to cut family and friends out of your life. Peace is more important than their feelings and opinions. You better say that. Oh, wow. God bless her. I needed to hear this. It was for you. I swear, seeing you must be reading my stuff because you were at the perfect time for me. But you know what? It's because we all connected. Like anybody that's here on my channel, if you watching my videos, it's because we are in, like, we are in alignment. We have like the same energy, like the same life path, the same route that we trying to take, the same energy that we trying to focus on, and the same energy that we trying to push away. That's all. Because I can be honest and say that when the part that did hurt my feelings was when we were in the group, and like, because like I said, we got two different sets of cousins, and my cousin was like, oh, we talk to Chris all the time. We talk to Chris all the time. And the first time I had talked to him in the group, I mean, that first time that he was in the group, that was the first time I had seen any response from him in 3 years. So to find out that the last time me and my brother had the conversation, I humbled myself to him, even though that's something that I do not do. What the fuck? And I don't even like that word. And his response to me was, I'm messing up his Christmas. But then my cousins are talking to this nigga every day, every other day. He's sending them stuff and all types of stuff. But then when we get in a group, mind you, just imagine that feeling, right? Is 8 of us in the group and in front of everybody. He like, man, she did to me. Fuck her. Whoa. So everybody like, oh, I hope y'all work it out. Y'all both stubborn. And I'm like, whoa, no. Like the story that I just told y'all at the beginning, I wanted to tell that story in there, but how do you? I'm not about to text all of that. Like, what? What the fuck? Whoa. This is not equal ground. He's 10 years older than me. What the fuck is going on here? He like, yeah, y'all should have said something to her. She shouldn't have been fucking talking shit to me. You gonna fuck around and find out. Like, I was just like, oh my God. First of all, my husband beat your ass, and so will all his brothers. But it was just like, oh. And my family was like, whoa, Chris, that's rude. But we talk to Chris all the time, and it was like, next. Anyway, Sin, you do be tripping. Nobody's fucking seen me since I was 14. What are you talking about? So, yeah, it feels amazing when you find your chosen tribe. Yes. And what's crazy, on my father's side, I have 2 cousins that are like from a previous marriage as well, and they calling me. Like we talk and text all the time, every day. Never about them, but it's almost like me and her was joking about it. And she's older. She's older than my brother. But me and her were joking, and both of my sisters, and we was joking about it. We was like, yeah, we the Edwards rejects. Like we like joke around because they treat her the same way. Her shit is even worse than mine, to be honest. But they all holy. They all in church. You can't bring it up. And if you bring it up, you the shit starter. You the problem and you need to be rebuked. That's the generational curse. Racism isn't our generational curse. Black people are cursed in their own homes. No accountability is the curse in the black community. The sad part is that he does not fully understand or realize the blessing that you could be in his life. He has no idea. And guess what? He'll never know. He will never know. But like I said, the only thing that bothers me is my nieces. My niece, his oldest daughter looks just like me. Like she looks like my daughter. Like just like me. That's the only thing that bothers me. Other than that, he can lick balls. I appreciate you more. Thank you for sharing with your people instead of knowing the secret of healthy hair and keeping it to yourself like most blacks do, instead of helping each other out. You are a true Hebrew Israelite. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not a Hebrew. I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. No, I'm not. I know who I am. Know my backgrounds and my origin, and I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. But thanks for that. You are a real one, Sin. I love you, Queen. I love you too. This is a word right here. I'm trying, y'all. I really hope that it helped. He's listen, my brother is completely stuck there. Anytime he come, like when we were in the group, he was like, man, they can speak on me. They know who I am. The reason he's stuck in the realm is because he has not progressed past the place that he was at when he left home. My brother left home in 2021. He never grew up. He's still the same man at 44 that he was at 21. Still today. I know exactly what you mean 100%. I do exactly that exact thing. I expect a lot out of people, so-called family and friends. Yeah, we got to change our expectations. I claim that for myself. I wish you all love. My oldest brothers are much older. and your brother, they are sad and pathetic. Pathetic, Lord, forgive me. It's so true. But you don't. But this is the thing. Respect your elders, or your days will be numbered. What happens in this house stays in this house. The problems and the chaos that we have in the black community is from the fucking elders. I don't care what anybody's talking about. The adult children that are causing chaos now were raised are the children of my brothers and my sisters. Those are my brothers and sisters' children. The people who are the least accountable. Just like T.I., use T.I. for an example, the type of music he make, and then got the audacity to be on the internet talking shit about his son as if that's not something that he created himself. It is the generations that came before us, the ones that have no accountability, that are responsible for the things that are happening now. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to expose them, and I'm going to show you the light in them and tear it down brick by brick. And if you don't like it, then change it. Because guess what? My generation wouldn't have to do it if y'all was doing y'all job. But instead of y'all doing y'all job, y'all want to walk around pretending like y'all already do it, and y'all want us to give y'all imaginary respect that you do not deserve. And I'm not doing it. Sometimes we don't see the light within us, but others can. People envy the light because they desire it and don't carry it. We are the chosen ones. Many are called, but few are chosen. I received that, babe. Being an old as dirt doesn't make you an elder. Oh, Journey. I say this all the time. Like people, black people love to be like, "Oh, I'm an elder. Respect your elders." What makes you an elder is the wisdom that you've gained. Your age doesn't make you an elder. I know about 5 crackheads over 60. Are they elders? Do they deserve respect because they 60? All they've done is crack for 60 years. Well, not 60 years, probably like 30 years. All you've been doing is crack this whole time. Why do I have to respect you? If you don't beat it, you know when you get my respect, when you have accountability and you lay your shit on the table and you own your shit, that's when you got my respect. Until then, you just another crackhead. Yeah. Oh, no, no. I believe you are over it, and I'm glad that you are. You are not supposed to allow people to continue to control you. Thank you, babe. I love y'all energy today. Just went through that recently with someone. We weren't even blood, but I treated them like blood. Instead, I got slapped for it. Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to rewind it. I love you so much, but I really don't want to tell the story again and unpack it. I really don't. The older generation want us to sweep stuff under the rug and just leave things unresolved, call it out and deal with it. That's where I'm at. Because when we were in the group, and I feel like the generation after me, after my generation, is even more like opposed to the bullshit. Because my little cousin, every time somebody said something, she was like, no. She was like, that's bullshit because that's cool that we trying to do this little family stuff, but y'all all need to fix your own problems. We all need to undo this stuff because if not, it's gonna be fake when we see each other, and it's gonna be some underlying issues that we have later if we don't work it out. But the older generations have zero accountability. And if we talk about things, if we talking about stuff, if we talk about it, you gotta be accountable and explain to me why you did the fuck shit that you did. And most older people don't want to do that. They either don't remember, or it's in a lack of forgetfulness and Jesus got it. Or they gaslight you and make you feel like you the bad guy, or you tripping, or you always got a problem and that's why you always bringing it up, when in reality you're trying to make them do the job that they were supposed to do. And let me tell you something, it ain't no holes in these clothes, so I'll never stop. I'm just getting fucking started. The sad part is that they want us to feel small because they are scared of the greatness that the elders see in us. I refuse to dim my light for anyone. Listen, any longer. I've never fit in, and I'm at peace with it. Me, girl, you and me both. This is the thing. When even I've never fit in anything, even with hair. Yes, I'm very good. I'm just I was just the shit at what I did. So it didn't matter if whether or not I went to Bronner's Brothers. It didn't matter if I was in the hairstylist cliques or if I was grouping up with people. None of that mattered because whether I was at Bronner's Brothers or not, nobody was fucking with me with a round brush, and they're still not. So I didn't have to go. I didn't have to blend in. It didn't matter. But to me, that's why we have to get to a point where we're comfortable standing on our own 2 feet. I've had to get to a point where it was okay. Like, it's okay and understanding that I'm not going to necessarily blend in with people. Like, I'm just not. I don't fit, and that's okay. Because the thing is, and I'm not being disrespectful, it is what it is. Like, if I me not fitting, I'm the one that doesn't fit, right? I'm the one that don't fit, and I'm the only ones whose life is turned out the way that it has. So is it a bad thing? My daddy used to tell me all the time, like when I used to be, it used to really break me down. But my dad used to be like, Latrice, and my middle name is Latrice, if do you want what they got? Because they all in a group together and look at what their life has produced and look at yours. So do you want to be with them? You want what they produce? Go over there. I'm like, no, never mind. I don't want it. I don't want it. Never mind. I don't want it. I don't want it to go. That has to be a depressing existence for him. No growth was wild as fuck. But the thing is, when you talk to him, he don't. He like me. I'm that nigga. And when we was in a group, he was like, "You can ask them about me. They fucking know what it is." Mind you, the two people he was saying you can ask about him was his two girl cousins in the group. We can ask them how he used to have a whole bunch of hoes and how he used to be the man and how he used to fight all the time. Because the truth is, people who come from Detroit who didn't set a foundation for themselves, that's all the fuck that they have to go on. All they can talk about is their old days, how many hoes they used to have, and how they used to scrap. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Not to mention, my brother was not a hood nigga. We grew up in the same house. We grew up in the same house. Yeah, he would fight and stuff. He wasn't no hoe. But was he gang banging? And no, absolutely not. He was a pretty ass nigga. Like he had every Air Force One you could think of. He was cleaning them all the time. He was focused on his waves and his 360s. You know what I mean? So I love y'all. That's all. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Give me a 5 if you're okay, and if you're not looking at me different, because I don't want you to look at me different. I just don't want you guys to look at me different. But I don't know. And another thing, I know this is childish. This part is childish, but my brother, the type of nigga, and my family, they the type of people that be like, "Oh yeah, sit down. That's my sister. Oh, that's my hey." If you know Chrisman, I don't fuck with him, and he don't fuck with me. He just telling you that so he is sound tough. We do not. No, don't let him do it. Okay, thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you. I feel so much better, and I don't know why, but I just do. I struggled with not fitting in friend groups, family. I'm just getting to the point where I really don't give a fuck. I'm doing my own thing. You have to. You have to. And guess what? It's something that I don't even remember what I was watching. But you know how most women be like, oh, like I like bad boys, and it's always the bad boys that women are attracted to, right? And most people don't understand why. It doesn't have anything to do with a bad boy looking cuter, being sexier. It is their energy. They are not chasing. anything, they're attracting, and they have the they have the energy of like, I'ma take it or leave it. If you coming, you coming. If you going, you going. Hoes are like bussing. One leave, it's still 10 more coming. So they not phased by compliments from women, and they not phased by disrespect from women. They don't give a fuck. That is why they always in perfect alignment. That's why it could be a dude that's ugly, but he a bad boy and women are attracted to him. That is because of his vibration and his energy. His energy is, it is what it is. If you want it, come get it. If you don't, get the fuck on. Somebody else do anyway. And you're attracted to that because you're attracted to the confidence. You're not attracted to the fact that he got a criminal record and stuff like that. You're attracted to the fact that he does not care if whether or not you're coming or going. You're attracted to his energy, the alignment, the strength, the power in him attracting any and everything that he wants to itself. And it happens in reverse. There are women, there are lesbians who are in that situation where the woman who is the aggressor or the masculine energy of the group is like, I can get what I want, and women are all over them. Why? Because they have the energy of, it is what it is. If you come in, you come in. If you not, you not. And just like my husband wasn't like, if you hear, you hear, whatever. He wasn't like that. But when we started talking, my husband was past that phase of like, oh, trying to impress females and stuff. So when we were on the phone, it was just like we was just talking. It was just real. We were just friends. And I was attracted to his not even just his masculinity, obviously that, but he wasn't chasing, he was attracting. And him not chasing but attracting was attractive. And that's all it is. My husband wasn't like, oh, you so fine. Let me try to get with you on the weekend. What you doing next week? It wasn't like that. But he wasn't arrogant either. It was just like, either you like it or you don't. It was like, hey, what up? Like, I like what I see. If you like what you see, come over here. But if you don't, I'm good. Like, just letting you know. That's why y'all attracted to bad boys. Not because y'all can go to jail, but because they're not chasing. And the same thing should go like in everyday life. Like when it comes to like our money and our finances and stuff like that. Like when you chasing stuff, it's running from you. But when you just sitting and chilling and letting it come to you, it come. Why you in here changing your clothes, trying to be my husband in here trying to get undressed in front of me, trying to antagonize me? It's the no nonsense policy for me. And that's why they want us to blend in with the stupidity because we build different. That's, listen, way different. Way different. Oh, where it go? He talking like he was heavy in the streets getting that bread. Listen, never. He was never heavy in the streets. Listen to me. I never. Like, I vividly remember like him fucking. Do this sound like a hood nigga to you? Okay. So his senior year of high school, he fails the 12th grade. And instead of him getting sent, instead of him going, a little nigga fail, he just don't go back. He may even go get a GED or something. You want to know what happened with him? He still went to prom. My daddy got him a Cadillac Escalade to go to, to go to prom in. Nobody knew that he failed. And then he went to Royal Oak, Michigan. I'm sorry, he went to King High School. My daddy drove him. Mind you, we was on the west side. King High School was on the east side. He was driven all the way to the fucking east side, so nobody would know that he failed the 12th grade and then finished like that. That's what happened. Do that sound like a fucking hood nigga to you? Then he had a year just like playing around. My daddy bought him a car. He crashed the Monte Carlo. Then he bought him another car, and he thought it was a cool nigga. So you know how dudes would sit all the way back in they seat. He crashed the rental, And I vividly remember because I was attached to my daddy's hip, and I remember my dad being like, fuck outside, being ghetto, trying to spray paint the rental because my brother already crashed the Monte Carlo and my daddy was paying for that. And then my brother crashed the rental the same way. Okay? Do that sound like a hood nigga to you? Huh? Then when he got done with that, right? When he got done with that, he just randomly came home, decided, oh, my friends said they want to go to Langston University. Remember College Hill? Yeah, nigga. College Hill was around. And College Hill was around. He was like, yeah, me and my friends, we about to go to College Hill with him. And because my brother's always been a follower. He's never had a mind of his own, not one original thought ever. So his friends had the idea. He goes to my daddy, fucking my mama and my daddy get everything together. And I listen to me, my mama, and my daddy got in my daddy's expedition. His Explorer, I'm sorry, in his Explorer, it was a brown one. I would listen, and we drove from Detroit, Michigan, to Oklahoma City to drop my brother off at his dorm room. I would never forget. My mama bought him a big old blow up couch. When he left me, when we got back to the house, me and my mama was in his bed, freaking crying. Like, oh, he's gone. He's never coming back. Oh, my mama was sending him fucking care packages every month. And the only reason it stopped is because he dropped out of school. My mama wasn't about to keep sending him stuff, and he dropped out of school. That's what happened. But then once he got down there, anytime a dude that's from Detroit goes somewhere outside of Detroit, they be like, "Oh, I'm from the D. Oh yeah, I'm." My brother has no street credit in the D. There's no one that you can go around and ask and like, "Oh, you remember Creed? Yeah, he used to be." Never. He has no criminal record. Every time he tried, he got caught, and he would call us from jail like, "Dude, can you send us some money?" Like, not a hood bone in his body. Will he fight? Yeah. Oh yeah. Cause we, yeah. But was he gang banging? Is he from the streets? No, never, ever. What? What are you talking about? What? Then he had his from his father's mother, his grandmother before his grandma passed away. You when I tell you, you name every Air Force One that has ever existed, he had every last one, and they was my brother was more spoiled than I was. By the time I got around that age, my dad had lost his job and my parents were going through hard times when I was there. I was the kid that didn't get as much. I wasn't babied. I was babied like maybe emotionally, but like financially, no. That was when I was growing up, that was my parents, like, they had a little struggle moment for a minute where my dad lost his job and they worked for a couple years, and my mama was holding it down for a couple of years, and I was wearing the same pair of Air Force Ones for 2 school years, my baby. Orange and white. Still be talking about them motherfuckers. So, listen, man. Not a hood bone in his body. What are you talking about? And of course, once he got to Oklahoma, the environment, like he around a bunch of rats. Like he, so obviously rats, they all fight and stuff. But I mean, anyway, I know that's right, boo. You just gave a therapy session. Thank you. You're welcome. It was a therapy session for all of us. Well, hell, that sounds about right. Yes, that is on point about the bad boy mentality. Mm-hmm. 5, never will look at you differently. Thank you. I love you guys. Nah, it was okay. It was just, nothing. And we've been dieting and stuff. And he just, anyway. No space, no tolerance or time for the things I have to question. You better say that. I'm about to make this into this is about to be a post. No space, no tolerance, or no time for things I have to question. Listen, I need to know that I know that I know that I know. And if I don't know, it's because you want some fuck shit. And I'm trusting my spirit woman. Trusting. Trusting. Might be time for you to go if your husband is trying to entice. No, he wasn't. I was just my husband just be minding his business. I think I think men they hormones rage when they in like my husband said this. They hormones and stuff rage when they like young at high school and stuff like that. As a woman, I think once you hit 30, he didn't do anything. He just came back in the house. He was literally just going from sweatpants to basketball shorts. That's all that man was doing. He was minding his business, and he was trying to be quiet because I'm laying in the bed on live with y'all. But I'm it's me. I'm the freaky one. He was minding his business. That man was minding his business. I'm bothering him. He not a street man. What? Because first of all, a street nigga would never. A street nigga is family before everything. Especially when they got a good mama. He is a old crybaby ass nigga. You just didn't call me. Oh, you got me with the CD player. Oh, that's not nice. You always picking her side. You always choosing her. Not a street nigga. It's a difference between being a hothead and quick to fight and being a street nigga. Those are two completely different things. Your parents did all that and he still wants your mom working and rearing kids. He's selfish, no offense. You listen, you are not offending me. You know how when I be like, oh, I don't like Pisces. This is why. And then my first heartbreak was a Pisces. This is what I'm talking about. Gaslighters. You are not offending me. A dust bucket ass nigga. I told him. And the funny thing is, he's gonna see this because he watches me. It's so weird. It's so weird. So weird. Fuck boy flicks. Boys always get wrapped in a cotton wool, and the girls are expected to run the house. I'm speaking from experience between me and my brother. My brother was, and the crazy part about it is my family still does that. My family still does that. They still pacify him and make him feel like he's the best thing since. Oh, Chris, it's like, why are we praising somebody who's accomplished absolutely nothing since the last time you've seen him? Nothing. Accomplished nothing. Except the only accomplishment is his children, which is an amazing accomplishment. Other than that, nothing. Same exact place mentally, physically, everything that you've been the last time. I'm about to as soon as we get off of here. As soon as we get off of here. I'm not working today. That's why I'm coming on here with y'all. So I just need to love on myself today. Okay, I'm glad I feel the same way about my raggedy ass brother. Okay, so Journey. Okay, don't get mad at me, but because I shouldn't feel better that you got a raggedy ass brother too. But can y'all give me a three if you got a raggedy ass brother? I just want to know because I thought I'm the only one with a raggedy ass brother because I was just watching Love Is Blind, right? I was watching Love Is Blind, and her brother was on there, and he was like, "Baby sis, I love you," and I was like, "I wish I had a brother like that," but not like sad about my brother. But I was just like, "Oh, that would be so nice." You know, like when you on a diet and you ain't supposed to eat no chicken or no fried food, and then you see a Cane's video, and you're like, "I want some chicken. I want some fried chicken." Your brother's dusty too. So I'm not the only one with dusty ass. Okay. Yeah. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. Don't like me, but watching everything you do, and the world will bite him in that. Listen, when I last time I talked to him was like, yeah, cause I one of those 4 times he was like, yes, you be looking crazy as hell online. Like I saw you washed your hair, you just had your hair like all crazy, you blow drying it and stuff. Like that was looking crazy. Like no makeup on or nothing. Like that's crazy. I said, Chris, this is my job. This is one of my jobs. Oh, so you make money off of it? Da, 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 da. And I was like, yeah, not just for views. And I explained it a little bit to him. And his response to me was like, you know what, nigga? Because I look, uh, I work at the little school because it's like a basically like a rec center, like a boys and girls club. He's like, yeah, cause what you can do, they be filming games, and I can have one of these little niggas, and they had a camera, woo woo woo, and they had a camera, and they film the shit, right? And then you could post it up on YouTube, and the nigga they be showing them them hooping, them little niggas can hoop. You will make stupid money. I'm telling you, like I could get them to pay you like 50, $60 per video. They'll pay you like 50, $60 per video. All you do is edit their videos. I said, Chris, my going rate is 2,500 per video. $2,500, $2,500 to edit and post a video. Yeah, man, they wouldn't pay $50 to pay you $50 to edit no video. I said that's why I'm not at the Boys and Girls Club marketing to promote. I'm not at the Boys and Girls Club promoting the edit videos for them. My nigga, like, what are you talking about? Oh, well, shit. Well, anyway, I don't know. Anyway, just if you talk about some real money, if you want to get some real money, cause that shit add up. $50, $50, all them hoopers. $50, that'll be way more than 2,500. I said, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think a lot of us have raggedy ass brothers, to be honest. That's messed up. That's messed up. I have I have 8 brothers. My parents spoiled all of them to the point when they pass, they think the sisters are supposed to take care of them. Listen, oh, and this is why I love our mothers and our fathers, but I even told my mother this. It is my auntie's fault and my mother's fault and my grandmother's fault that my brother is the way that he is. He does not respect his wife. He doesn't respect women, period. In any way, shape, or form. In any way, shape, or form. And it's their fault. I'm sorry. You guys raised your boys wrong. And that's why they're fucked up. Dudes ain't dudes aren't shitty because oh it ain't no good dudes out here. The reason that most of these men, especially in my brother's generation and the generations before, the reason that these niggas ain't shit is because their mothers raised them to believe that they're the man and whatever they say goes, and they can treat and talk to people however they want to talk to them, and because they fine, they can get away with it. Their mothers run up behind them and do everything and anything for them, and their cousins and their sisters and everybody else do the same thing. I'm the only person in my brother's life who holds him accountable. The only one. I mean, I'm glad I didn't offend by the you. Listen, you did not offend me. My brother is a old snagger-tooth little dust bucket. You are not offending me. It is over. The door is closed. The it's locked. I've thrown away the key. It is over. It is a wrap, Rooney. That is it, and that is all. Like I am done. It's like how do you not talk to somebody for 3 years, and then but prior to that, you only have had 4 conversations with them? Like, do y'all understand the I know I keep bringing it up. It's just wild to me. to be almost 34 years old to only see somebody 3 times in my life since I was 10 years old. It's insane. You can have a problem with me. What the hell could I have done to you? It's crazy. It's crazy. So I love you guys again. Give me a 2 if you are in good vibes. I really hope that I didn't lower anybody's vibration today because that was not my intention. I just didn't want to be walking around with it, mainly because even though I'm okay, it just felt heavy. Like I needed to share it, and I'm like, I don't want to share this. Like, what is this? I do not want to share this. Like, what? But hey, good, because I really don't want to disturb anybody's energy, but I do want y'all to understand like my reasoning behind um the my energy, the the way that I carry myself. I am working on some of my levels of regression, not all of them because I like myself, but I don't know. It's deeper than hair. It's not just about hair. And I don't want you guys to think that that's all I'm focused on, or that is my only priority, or you know what I mean? Like that's all my mind is surrounded by, because it's not. It's deeper than that. I make the videos that I make. It's not just the videos that I make. It's not just like, oh, I'm all hair. It's like, no, I really want to change the way that we see ourselves. I really want to change the way that we talk to each other, right? Because if we all got dusty ass brothers, right? We all got dusty ass brothers. Then not all of us, but and the ones of y'all who got good brothers, oh my God, I'm so jealous of you. But the ones of us who do, like, just knowing like you're not by yourself. And if the majority of the brothers are dusty, then the sisters have to figure out like a way to be able to mentally make it through stuff. Like we have to figure out a way to have peace within ourselves, right? And so again, I just wanted I just knew it was at least one person. And I would be lying if I said that like it wasn't for me. Just like maybe 20% is for me, because you really do be feeling crazy. Like just imagine how it felt like, oh, you did to me. Well, oh my God, well, y'all are both. I'm like, oh my God, like where am I? Like, how can a bunch of people who haven't seen me since I was 14 speak on my character? Like, I am so confused. Like, just what is going on? Just know only one same voice the whole time. And what's funny, the only same voice was my little cousin. And then she has a sister, and her big sister is the one cousin that was like, I choose peace. I don't want to be in it. And I text her after. I said we wasn't talking about the drama or nothing like that. But I just told her that I love her and stuff. And I was like, oh, I didn't see you in there. She said, yeah, I choose peace. I choose peace over everything. She said, I love everybody, but I choose peace in my life. So I'm good. And then we moved on and started talking about other stuff. So I love you guys. Does anybody have like any comments or anything that they want to share? I love the fact that I can come on here and have these conversations with you. Good. Okay, good. Especially for you, Journey, and a couple of you were, sharing like you're in the exact same place, right? And it just feels good. I just want you to know, like, you're not by yourself. You're not crazy. You're not doing anything wrong. Don't go back and apologize to people for things that you have not done. And don't switch up. Don't fold, because you don't have to. You don't have to. I love your soul, Sam. Oh, Empress, I love you too. I love your soul too. I felt that. Thank you. It is, I think, it's wild, right? To expect yourself not to feel. right? It's wild to expect yourself not to have an emotion or a rebuttal or anything, just having a human experience. I believe that's like one of the most beautiful things about a human experience. Like at this point in my life, I have learned how to alchemize in the most magnificent way, meaning you bring me negative energy. The only way that I can transform something is to move through it, right? I can't alchemize something by ignoring it. So I have to feel it. My favorite analogy is or example is the butterfly, right? A butterfly, when a caterpillar goes into the cocoon, they have no freaking idea what they're going to go through. They just like, I'm about to go in here, I'm about to take a little nap. And I heard you transform in this motherfucker because Charles went in there last time. Charles came out, he was fine in the motherfucker. But they don't know what the hell Charles went through. Because by the time Charles came out and was a butterfly, Charles was like, nigga, I'm fresh out here and isn't even thinking about the things that they just went through. But the caterpillar goes into the cocoon and is completely liquefied. That has to be excruciating pain for the caterpillar. And then through that through that process, right? As it's as it's liquefied and the molecular structures are moved around and reformed, it hurts. It's painful. That caterpillar doesn't know what the hell is going on. It knows something is going on, but it has to feel like complete and total death. And I'm dead. This is death. And then after you get to your lowest. If the caterpillar is going in their hole and is liquefied, you can't get deeper than to a bottom than that. That is bottom bottom. You liquid. You were solid. Now you're liquid. And once that caterpillar gets to the bottom, to the very end of its old self, then the new self forms. Every time. Every time. The people who you try to force into your life but keep moving out, they're not supposed to be there. And the longer you try to keep them there, the longer your liquefaction process is going to be. The longer you try to keep people who do not belong in your energy field, in your world, the longer you are going to be in that space. Just accept the fact that this is your caterpillar moment. Accept the fact that this you're in your cocoon. And if you're going through pain, if people are being pushed out of your life, like we gotta understand you better be careful of what you pray for. When you say God protect me from stuff, when you say God keep people and things that no longer serve me away from me, you have to understand that you gonna have you it's gonna hurt because the only way as human beings, the only way that we learn not to do shit is when we have pain attached to it. You don't touch the stove because you touched it before and that shit hurt. And so you know if you touch it, you're gonna get burnt. So you learn from your experiences. It's the same thing with our family, with our friends and relationships, all that shit. Like it's not supposed to hurt. I don't give a fuck when nobody say. I've been with my husband for 15 years and his love has never hurt. Never. It's never hurt. Love is not supposed to hurt. My husband's love has never hurt. Never. And when I saw him, I did not have butterflies in my stomach. I felt like I've seen somebody that I've known for lifetimes. It was pure peace. I learned the lesson. I have nothing to prove to anyone but me. And if they sit there and think I did something I didn't, then oh well. I know that's right. I don't know, boo. She probably at work or something. It's Saturday. I think she do hair, so she at work. Is it Saturday? I don't know. I'm glad you shared. You are loved. Just know that. Thank you. I felt that. Thank you, beautiful. I really appreciate you. That's one of the problems when you don't look like what you've been through, because life be life, man. but I'm a fighter. Yeah, I don't look nothing like what I've been through because I am a master alchemist. And if it comes off prideful or arrogant, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But I've been through absolute hell. Do you hear me? And I'm out. Okay, I am out. And everything that I've lost, I've gained back seven times, seven times seven. When you go through hell and you don't fold, even though you're almost gonna fold multiple times, you are unbreakable, unshakable, unmovable. Yeah, it's Saturday. Okay. Yeah, it's Saturday. So I love you. And thank you for letting me dump a little bit, you know? I do want to have more like real conversations here on my channel, like more like spiritual conversations and not religious conversations because I'm not religious. I don't belong to any specific religion or anything like that. But I'm super spiritual and God is number one in my life. I just don't give God the same label that most people do. Um, but I would love to like have more conversations like this because I know y'all have bigger things in y'all life than hair. And sometimes when y'all like these last, I want to say maybe this last month, I've just been like really working on myself. And when I'm working on myself, I don't really want to be seen as much. So that's why I've been reposting old videos. Like my videos on my channel that I've been posting probably for like over the last month, with the exception of a couple of the herbal videos. All the herbal videos are new, and any video where my hair is shaved on the side is new. But the majority of the videos that I've been posting for the last month or so are old videos, like 6 years old, because sometimes I just need time to like focus on myself, and sometimes I just don't want to be seen. You know, when I'm not like I don't want to be seen like I'm not cute because I'm still fine. Like my husband, I got a husband, I'm still cute. But I just mean like sometimes I just want to protect myself and I just want to keep my energy to myself and my face to myself. I don't really know how to explain it, but again, I want to do more lives like this. So before we go, give me a three if y'all want to do at least like one like spiritual or like other type of content outside of like hair content at least once a month. Give me at least a one, right? Because I do have a lot more to offer than just like telling you about your hair and like what to do with your hair and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know in the chat if y'all would be interested in that. Ooh, okay. So let's do it then. Alright, well, we'll do it. I just don't ever want to step on nobody's toes because I'm not Christian. But even though I'm not Christian, I used to be. And before I understood the truth, I was deep, 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 deep into it. So I get it and I understand. I overstand. So I don't want to share I don't want to make content about spirituality on my channel like that because I don't want anybody to get the energy or the notion of, oh, sin's trying to change me and say that Christianity is wrong. I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just sharing where I am. And I don't want to go back and forth and I don't want to debate because my spirituality is the thing that saved me. My spirituality is the thing that keeps me sane, is how I'm able to produce everything that I produce now. Is so sacred to me. And I'm not arguing or debating about things that are sacred to me. So that's why I'm asking if it's something you will want to talk about because it's not something that I'm going to talk about here unless y'all want to talk about it. And I honestly, I think I may, because I can go live from my website. So I think we may do it like that. I think we'll have like my spiritual talks and stuff over on my website. So I think that's what we're gonna do. But I'll keep you guys updated. It's my pleasure. You're welcome, babe. I just wanted to get it off me. I ain't even smoked nothing yet this morning. It's my pleasure. Okay, yeah, so we'll definitely be get into it then. We'll do it either on like Saturdays or Sundays. I just feel like the weekend is best. Yes, before religion we were all spiritual. Exactly. I'm completely dismissed from religion. Like I believe for hmm, yeah. When when you read when you read okay, every 25 years, the people who run the world, the Catholic Church, they all get together with the top leaders and they decide which books of the Bible are staying and which books of the Bible are leaving. When you learn that and when you read the books that were taken out, it blows your fucking mind. When I when I say I used to be Christian, I led dance ministries. Like I was the leader of the dance ministry and a damn good one. My father taught the relationship class of the church. Like my parents were deep in church. When you see the truth, you cannot unsee it. It is mind shattering. I was so heartbroken when I first read it. When I read the original text that the Romans stole to make the Bible, I bawled my eyes out for like an hour. I was heartbroken. Like everything I ever believed literally like just shattered in front of me. But once you see the truth, you cannot unsee it. But because I know that feeling and I know how deeply invested people are in Christianity, I don't speak on it unless I know that I am in alignment or around people who are of that vibration because I'm not arguing about it. I'm not going back and forth about it. God does not need, creation does not need any explanation, any defenders. It doesn't need a defense attorney or anything like that. God is everything all at one time. So, yeah. You are correct. I'm not religious. I'm just a follower and a believer of Christ. But and again, like and that's great, right? But I want you more than anybody because listen, Yeshua, which is his actual name, was an excellent human being. Like, oh my God. But I need you to learn who he really was. He did not want your worship. He did not want you to worship him. He was irate when he was worshiped. He was irate when he saw worship. Everything that he taught was the if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. When they asked him where heaven was or where the kingdom of God was, he said it was here on earth, but men just do not see it. You can create it. You create worlds in your mind. That's in the books that were taken out, and it's still some there. The goddess Ashura, she was the first to ever walk on water, not Jesus. And she's in the Bible, but they call her a demon. Remember in the story of Moses when they were worshiping the golden calf? That was the goddess Ashara. Y'all need to know y'all history. And when you start going down and really research it, everything that they teach you in church is the complete opposite of what Jesus taught. Jesus did not want our worship. He was angry when he was walking through the city and they was like, "Oh, Jesus, all hail Jesus," and they bowed to him. He said, "No, get up." He said, "I am not your God. Your God is our Father is in heaven." He said, "When you see a man or a woman that was not birthed by a virgin, then bow to your knees because that is your God." He said, "The things that I'm doing on this earth, I am here to teach you because you will do the things that I've done and more and better and more." in the books of the Bible that they took out, the disciples, they were raising the dead too. Hmm. They were raising the dead too. They were healing the sick and the dead too. They were learning it together. You know how Jesus was 12 and then he was 30. Well, guess what? When you go read, those fucking books were taken out. Jesus was in India and in Egypt, which was Kemet, known as Kemet at the time. He wasn't nowhere under a rock. He was learning the mysteries of manifestation. And then he came back and was teaching it to people. And they said, hey, stop. Because if you tell them that their God and all they have to do is connect to their God power, what the fuck are they going to come to the church and pay us for? That's why he was crucified. He didn't fucking die for our sins. He died because he was telling you that the power is in you and that you don't need to go to the church. That's what happened, baby. That's what happened. Go watch the Passion of the Christ. It wasn't the people of the streets that killed Jesus. The church killed him. What are we talking about? Come on, y'all. But anyway, I love y'all. But go deeper, right? Go deeper. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't going no deeper, but just I ain't gonna say nothing else, but go deeper. Yeah, go deeper, go deeper. Because when you actually read your Bible, that's what God wants you to do. Like that's you're not just supposed to read and then take somebody else's word. No, even the Bible says that you only gonna gain understanding. Each person is only gonna get understanding from their spirit. Like everybody's understanding is going to be different. It's not all black and white like everybody tries to make it out. But yeah, again, um, so that is what it is. Wow, such false doctrine. I'm about to block you. Okay. Because it's the thing. We don't listen, we don't all have to agree. We don't. And before we go, I want you to see the issue and the problem. Within our community, we can't even have conversations. There are in the United States of America, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this, and then we're gonna sign off because I don't get into religion on my channel, as you can see. In the United States of America, there are 60,000 religions, okay? In the United States of America, a little bit more, but about 60,000 religions. One of those 60,000 religions, 60,000 different religions. Christianity is just one of those 60,000 religions that are in the United States of America. And everybody has the right to believe in God the way that they want to, right? But again, in this country, 60,000 different religions. One of them is Christianity. But let's get into this. Christianity has 30,000 denominations. 30,000 denominations. And each one of these 30,000 denominations believe that the other one is lying. They call the other one a false doctrine. They call the other one that said the other one's going to hell because they don't follow it like that. It is a branch of Christianity that believe Jesus is a fucking fish. Do you understand? Like, so this is the thing. Believe what you want to believe. Believe what you want to believe. At the end of the day, not one person living on this planet can count the number of stars in the sky. Not one person on this planet knows anything past our galaxy. So can you please explain to me why people on this earth or on this planet feels like in any way, shape, or form they even can even begin to wrap their mind around or know anything definitively about the one who created all? There's one creator, one. And we are all different expressions of this one creator. And we are going to express ourselves differently. It's ignorant to think that Out of 60,000 religions, there's one religion that has 30,000 denominations, and every other religion on the earth is wrong. They go into hell and is ignorant. And that's a part of the generational curse that y'all still under is ignorant and is dumb. 30,000 denominations? We got Kojic, non-denominational, Baptist, like my nigga. And all of them think that the other group is going to hell. Kojic don't believe that the Baptists do stuff right. And Kojic don't believe that non-denominational do it right. Like, y'all, that's the brainwash. That's a part of those generational curses. Look it up. You think Christianity only got two denominations? You think all y'all got is Kojic and Baptist and non-denominational? Y'all think all y'all got is those three? No, motherfucker. There are 30,000 denominations. How can it only be one word when there are 30,000 different versions of the same Bible? Can you please explain that to me? 30,000 different versions of the same Bible. What are we talking about? When you go research the Gnostics, Gnostic Christianity believes that the God of the Bible is the devil. Gnostic Christianity believes that the God that was in the garden, moving around the garden, is the devil. That's what Gnostic Christians believe. What are we talking about? You don't know. You don't know what we're talking about. Because if you are a religious zealot, all you know is what that pastor told you on that stage. You haven't even read the book that you preaching against. Come get back at me when you read the whole book of Ephesians. If you are a person who has read the entire book of Ephesians and you still standing 10 toes down, we are not in alignment. I really don't want nothing to do with you. Because in the book of Ephesians, their God, because that is not my God, in the book of Ephesians, their God tells them to go into all of these, to go into different in different towns, right? Kill all of the unalive, all of the babies in front of their mothers, assault all of the women, and take all of the virgins. But then God, right? This is supposed to be God in the Bible. God says, bring me the virgins. Bring me a certain percentage of the virgins. So the creator of the heavens and the earth and everything around us needs virgins to cure his appetite. Oh, okay. Read the stuff before you talk. Read it first. Read it. Actually read it. Read the entire book of Ephesians from top to bottom, and then let's come back and talk about it. Most of y'all haven't even read the Bible. Y'all haven't even read it. How are you so offended by a book that you've never read? You've never fucking read it. And if you did, you didn't understand what the hell you was reading. If you read the book of Ephesians and said, "Oh, mighty God," there is something wrong with you. Remember, he said to watch out for them people in robes that sit in high places. Listen. But the truth sets us free every time. And hiding the truth and being shut up is what keeps us bound. Period. I'm not making shit up, but this is false doctrine. What are you talking about? You can pick up your phone and open the Bible app and read it right now. Read the book of Ephesians today. And then after that, look it up and look up on YouTube and on Amazon. Read the book of Tobit. Tobit. Yeah. And then read the Emerald Tablets. Yeah. Stop playing with me. 30,000. Yes. I ordered a Bible with missing books. The book is thicker than a Snickers. This religion thing is the devil to keep people fighting and thinking mine is better than yours. Yeah, yeah. Listen, one of y'all go get y'all grandma's Bible. Go get like the oldest Bible that you can find, and then go into Barnes and Nobles and buy the new one. They two completely different fucking books. They two completely different books. And then look at your grandma Bible, and then go back on YouTube and look at that Bible that Joe Biden had in his hand. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden, that Bible, that's the original one. You see how big that motherfucker is? That's the one that got all of the books that they ain't take out. But y'all don't know because y'all a bunch of sheep and y'all just follow, not y'all. Yeah. And there are probably more that been created. They forgot that there was like 100-year war. Yeah, listen, listen. And it not the Gnostics. If I had to be Christian again, if I had to, it would be Gnostic. The Gnostics, they were all into crystals, manifestation, burning sage, Salem witch trials. They were not fucking witches. Well, it wasn't negative. They weren't being like they just called them witches, but they were medicine women. Like the herbalists of today, like me, I would have been burned at the stake. 100%. 100%. That's it. That's all. Yep, that's a trip. There are so many out of Christianity. You telling the truth is ridiculous. Yeah, it's not supposed to be these different religion is really legion. Remember, listen, the possession dude said, man, what? What? Oh my God, I love this is my tribe because I literally collected that same exact thing when I freaking watched that video. That is so crazy that you said that. Cause I got that same thing. And I remember when I watched it, I was watching it with one of my friends and she was like, what? Oh my God, you're the first person. You're the first person that I've ever found that drew that same parallel with me. Oh, I love it. Hmm. Or you can have your phone. Yes, have your phone read you the whole book of. Please, if y'all don't read no other book, read the full book of Deuteronomy. It's long, but just do something. You gonna be like, what in the fuck? Cause it's God, God, their God, who they trying to say is God in the Bible. Remember, the same people who started slavery, who was doing slavery, were the same people printing the fucking Bibles. It was. It's not like God was coming down here printing the Bibles. Like he read the book, he literally is like he even tells them, um, I'm 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 mincing words because excuse me, I can't say it on there. It literally said take the tops off the babies in front of their mothers so their mothers will scream in horror. I swear to God, that's what your Bible says right now. Read the full book of Deuteronomy. Read it now. That's what it says. That's what God is telling them to do. Then he's saying, go in there. Oh, he's telling them to take out the men first. So, and then once you take out the men, then nobody's gonna be there to protect the women. Take all of their virgins and make them your wives after you SA them, and then all of the ones that aren't virgins, SA them. And if you like it, take them, make them your maids. This is in your Bible right now, as we speak. So you're not gonna get on here with me. I'm blocking anybody who's like, oh, this is darn. Listen, if that's what you want to believe, then you go right ahead. But I have my own mind and I read the book myself, and I refuse to believe that the creator of all has anything to do with that. So so yeah. And go, hopefully your parents still got that book. Go get your parents' Bible and then go into a Barnes and Nobles and buy a new one and see the similarities. When I tell you they haven't. if you look at some of the books, some of them they haven't even like taken the time to like take out the number. Like it'll be like one of them I saw, it was like verse 4. And then it'll be like verse 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They just got the number and then it started at verse 11. I swear to fucking God. But y'all only really pick up your Bible when your pastor tell you to read it or when you go into something that make you feel good or something. Nobody's really picking it up to study it and look at the inside. Nobody. We still use smoke and oils, and they don't call it evil. People are dumb. Listen, first of all, communion is the biggest ritual that anybody will ever take. But then, if I like crystals and sage and I start standing up with a sound bowl, I'm the devil. But every month, y'all drink grape juice that symbolizes blood. You drink blood. You do a blood ritual every fucking month. You do a blood communion is a blood ritual. That is witchcraft. What are we talking about? When you use communion, the church, the pulpit is a fucking altar. It's an altar. They even say bring your problems to the altar. And I'm doing the quotation hands with my fingers. Witchcraft, witchcraft, you create an altar. At church, you go to the altar to leave your burdens. You admit that you're nothing without God. You admit that you're absolutely nothing and that you're just weak and dirty and undeserving. And then you drink of his blood and then you eat of his body. That is witchcraft. What are we talking about? What is the difference? What is the difference between communion on Sunday and our ancestors back in the day that would do a blood sacrifice for it to rain for their crops? They would cut open like a deer or something, and then they would eat the deer's meat and drink of the deer's blood, and then pray to the god of rain that they believed in, and then rain would come. What is the difference between that and you going in church and taking communion? I used to do it, so I'm not attacking. I used to do it. There's no difference. It's the same. That you say this cup symbolizes your blood. I drink it in remembrance, and then you drink it. That is a ritual. What are we talking about? This cracker represents his body broken for me. I break it and I eat it in remembrance. That is a ritual, which by definition is witchcraft. Listen, 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 listen. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. It's crazy to me how me just talking about what I've read and the things that I've seen is rude and disrespectful. But you telling somebody that God isn't gonna love them, they're gonna go to hell and burn forever, and they're a horrible person, and you're never talking to them again, and they're going to hell for not believing what you believe. That's okay. But me saying, "Hey, I read this, and it's I think it's something a little bit more to it. Like, look, in the same book, read this page. What do you think about that? That's wrong. But y'all stuff not. Beat it. We have to study ourselves. God never wants us to believe. Yes, just because the pastor said so. I don't believe a lot of the things people try to label God on. And that's the thing. Like you like when you go to church, you're supposed to be going to church. My dad used to tell me, I'm only here for confirmation, not revelation. My daddy used to, you only going to church for confirmation, not revelation. You shouldn't, it's one God. It's one God. And if you're in alignment, the same thing, the same word your pastor getting, you getting. The same words you getting, your friends are getting. The same words your friends is getting, your mama getting. The same words your mama getting, your auntie getting. You know why? We talking to the same God. There's one. I don't give a shit what you call God. You cannot get wet by the word water. It's so many different religions. It's so many different words for water, but no matter what you call water, it do the same thing. There's one God. One. It's definitely a ritual. Definitely. Yeah, but I love you guys. We're not gonna go any more deeper into that because, as you guys know, I could go on forever about that. Like it's not my thing. And if you watching this on replay and you religious, please keep it to yourself because I swear to God, I'm blocking you. Because I'm just not, and I'm not mad. I just don't. I'm not arguing with you about it because I know that the only reason that you're arguing with me is because I'm ruffling your feathers. I've been there. I know what that feels like. When I read it and learned it for the first time, I was devastated. I was crushed. I was bawling my eyes out like it was all a lie. They are liars. They lied. And then I had to relearn everything. And it's okay. I get it. But I'm not arguing with you about it. And whenever you come to your senses, or whenever you maybe you the one, maybe this is how you signed up to live this life. Believe in that. And that's okay. It's okay. Hallelujah. But there are some people who have more than one God. The Bible says that there is more than one God. When I say there's one God, I mean there's one ultimate source, one creator, one ultimate creator that we are all versions of. Is what I mean when I say that. But for example, mm, when I say with my daughter, I have two children. So my children have my DNA. They're made in my essence. So whatever I have, whatever I am naturally, my children are. Just like if this was like Thor, the movie Thor. If Thor's father was a god, when Thor is born, he's automatically God because his father's God. And he has everything that his father has. That's how it works with us. We're all just pieces in different manifestations of the ultimate creator. But the Bible says that there's more than one God. In the book of Genesis, it says the Elohim created the heaven and the earth. The Bible was translated from Hebrew. Elohim means the gods, plural. The Bible says multiple times that there are more than one God, that there's more than one God. The Bible says multiple times Elohim. Elohim is a group of gods. Look it up yourself. Google it right now. The word Elohim is plural for gods. The Bible itself says that there's more than one God. But when you just reading it without understanding, you don't know that. Yeah. Get into it. I tell people it's only one God. People look at me like I'm crazy. But there is only one God. And we all are a piece of that source. And that's what Jesus was talking about. But it got lost in translation because they didn't want people to know that. They wanted y'all confused the way that y'all are. Actually, go back and read your Bible and actually go back and look at all of the books in the Bible that Jesus was actually talking in. This is what he was saying. He wasn't like, oh, you are only powerful with the Father. No, no. Every piece of power that the Creator has, you have, and you have access to when you're in alignment with it. That's why the Bible say, if so a man thinks, be it done unto him. Why does that mean? It's because what you're God, you're made in the image of God, and whatever you picture in your mind, you will manifest in front of you. So it's hard to unpack, and I definitely understand because it took me. I'm talking like I had about a 2 year deep dive where that's all I was doing, like just read and 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 read it until I got the understanding. until I got to understand it. And then once I got to understand it, it was like, okay, I'm able to make sense of it and put it in pieces. But no, it's not, you're not going to be able to unpack one thing by trying to go back and forth and argue with somebody about nothing. To think that you can smash down the creator of every universe and every all of these millions of galaxies into one book is disrespectful. What? You can't even count the stars in the sky, but you think you gonna tell me how I'm supposed to move with my creator, with the person who created it? You don't know. You can't count the stars in the sky, but you can tell me everything there is to know about the God who made them. Get out of here. That's stupid. That's dumb. Several gods, but only one supreme God. We are extensions of him. We are made in his likeness. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I'm with my people today. I'm with my people today. I'm with my people today. Hey, I'm with my people today. Like so you ready, huh? So you caught up. Y'all go read your Bible again. I'm not telling you, oh, the Bible is wrong. I'm telling you, they've given you the wrong translation and go read it for yourself and get the translation for yourself because trust and believe I still read the Bible. Oh my God. Especially the book of Psalms. Go read the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms is a book of spells. Do you hear me? Come on. Go actually read the Bible. Go actually read it. Actually read it. Go actually read it. Let us make men in our own image. That's what the Elohim said. Who is our? Who are these people in plural? No, they were not talking about the Holy Trinity. Not in no, not in the way that you think. That's what they told you. They said, oh, they took the feminine energy out, right? So there's no mother God. There's only Father God, the Son, and the Spirit. There's no mother, right? There's no mother because the Roman Catholic Church did not respect women in any way, shape, or form. So when they was stealing the stuff, they said, okay, Father, Son, Spirit. But mother was supposed to be there. The original book that they stole it from, it wasn't the three Trinity. It no. That shit's made up. Y'all need to do y'all research. Yeah, do y'all research. Love you more, boo. You, you, you the one. You the one. The line that made me question everything. Mhm. Yes, ma'am. Mm. Holy Spirit. So, how did the Father, Son, and Spirit get here? Where is Mother? You never thought that was weird? I'm just asking a question. Cause Father is okay. How did the Son get here? You never asked why. Like you never. You need to go dig deeper. Go dig deeper. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Okay, you got the Father, but how did the Son get here? Did the Son come out of the like? Did the dad poop and then the Son popped out of his asshole? Like what are we talking about? What are we where? Huh? So we just got Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. No, it's supposed to be Father God, Mother God, Son. The family unit. That's how it's supposed to be. Make it make sense. How you got a father and a son with no mother? They decided to completely delete the mother, and instead of saying mother, they just say Holy Spirit. No, it's supposed to be father, mother, son. How the fuck do you get a son without a mother? Make it make sense. Come on, bro. Make it make sense. I don't want to have Bible study right now because then I gotta go over there. But some of my favorite Psalms may scare y'all a little bit because some of my favorite ones are when I say the book of Psalms is nothing but a book of spells and witchcraft. You go ahead and read it, boo. Even other. Yup. And then made every woman into lower than them. Yeah. Even other half said they were afraid of women because women can do what they can't. Yeah. She's the Holy Ghost. So why nothing. I'm not going there. We about to change the subject. We not having this conversation today. I know I'm not doing this. Oh, huh. The son got here through osmosis, you know. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Which one is your favorite? Who out of who? That's not, I'm not saying Holy Spirit equals Mother God. They made that up. Go back and go back and read the original books that they originally stole it from. That it wasn't, just go read the originals. Like, because the same thing that's wrapped up in, yeah, just y'all go ahead and read it yourself. I'm not y'all make my eyebrows bitch, and that's not what we're here for, and I don't do mm-mm. 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 I mean, the one that's my favorite, I tell y'all in another video because then if y'all go read it, y'all gonna be like, oh my God, these are spells. And why is this your favorite one? If God wanted women to be lower than men, he would have made Eve from Adam's foot instead of his rib or side. And you need to go read that and where it came from, because if you believe that a woman came out of a man's rib and that's where he was in the original text, God made Adam and Eve at the same damn time out of the same dirt. It wasn't Eve coming from Adam's rib. That's stupid as hell. How is it that the only way a man can get here is through a woman's womb, but God had to take a woman out of a man's rib to create woman? That's dumb. That don't even make sense. Not your eyebrow itch. Yes, my eyebrow itch. Yes, that is dumb. We come on, man. We only way a man can get here is through a woman's body, but God had to take a woman, had to create a woman from a man's rib. That is stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. I love y'all, but it's stupid. Make it make sense. That is dumb. I love y'all. I love y'all, but like, really, I need you. I need you to go read the Emerald Tablets. Go read the Emerald Tablets. Because, or just go do some research yourself, because even in the Vatican, in the Catholic Church, which has the original Bible, guess what? Jesus was not the first virgin birth. Guess who else was a virgin birth? Multiple people in Mary's family had virgin births with no husband. Jesus was not the first one. Mary's bloodline had virgin births. Go do your history. When you go look at the stuff that they still have in the Vatican, the books of the Bible that they took out, Mary came from a line of women who had virgin births. Jesus was not the first, second, third, or first or fourth virgin birth. Go do your research. Go do your research. Go do your research. Go do your research. Emerald tablets. Yep, go look them up. I love y'all so much. we went too deep into religion. Did not want to do that. Just wanted to share the beginning with y'all. I really, really hope that the beginning of this video helped somebody, right? I really hope that it was there. I mean, it helped at least one person because that's the only reason I did it. And I am about to go finish getting some stuff together in the house, and then I'm going to lay in the bed for the rest of the day, and I'm gonna take today and tomorrow off. So most likely, I'm gonna try. If you see a post for me, it's because I couldn't stay still. But I'm gonna try, right, to stay in my bed and not work and do anything for the next couple of days. And then Monday, we're going to have a brand new video coming. Okay. So I really, really love y'all and thank y'all for sitting here with me and talking. I really hope that you guys go ahead and do your own reading so y'all can get your own understanding because I am not here trying to teach y'all nothing. Okay. But I love y'all so much. I appreciate you. Bye, guys. Bye.